Now continuing about the pink aesthetic, okay, from yesterday. The other example is which is the 11 implant with we made the frame design, which is monolithic. So we check the occlusion, bite, and then we insert it with the tie bases. It's very important stage, which is Mark does a great job underneath. It's very so I have to unscrew it, then I can get it. It's here the same thing. Alright, so this is behind the story, which is I call skeleton. Alright, but now I have to compare to do this. I have to do this, right? Here's the things. Now I got some base color with the pink. You have option. You can use 24, is a little bit more, slightly darker, or a little bit more different pinkish and the reddish and blue. And here's another dark. So I call GM24, GM34, or GM36. So it depends on what doctors requested or depends on what photo like that. So for example, if I want to go to this kind of color, so I have to using this is GM34. Makes sense? So here's porcelain. So I'm using GM34, same as yesterday. Open it, and then I can start to apply the porcelain. Here's a modeling liquid. Okay. Second bake, and between teeth, in order to make the little bit brighter color, between teeth and here's the gum line area, I put the little subtle light color, which is GM23. So I mix together, which is I have to find out GM23, not GM36. So I lay down same direction.
I get lots of all the powders.
Correct. So then I mix it. It's not the same, but it's different compared to the margin area and between the teeth. For example, so the water, right? So here's the dark color, right? So whenever I put here dark color from here to there, so I apply like that. It's a little subtle, but not evenly, a little different thickness. Okay. Now I'm using the light.
Lighter pink.
Lighter pink, yeah. Like that. Make sense to you? Alright. Same thing. So first you can use this all pink porcelain, trying to mimic it, trying to cover it as much as possible with the other side. Right? Then you're using the light pink between the gum line. Yes? Right. Right. So here's some little depression. So pink colors, you can do so many things. Depends on what you're trying to achieving for. Same things lateral. Now you understood? So I apply same as the pink color. Which is number 34.
Adding volume and then adding the texture or the brightness.
Correct.
Mixing the brightness with the lighter tone.
Right. But once you have the good color, and then we can use a thin diamond bar, and then we can create it about another texture. Same as brighter tone.
Are there 3 points that make a tissue look good? Brightness, texture, and volume?
Yes, of course. See, we created teach contour. I can do the porcelain at the same time. I usually do, but today I would like to talk about pink aesthetics. That's why I concentrate only pink. So people asking me, look, what are you going to do top? And then I can build up the body and enamel, so I add at the same time. Make sense to you?
Doing two at the same time. Yeah.
Correct. So that one's more easy, save the time.
You gotta be pretty good at porcelain too. Right?
Correct. This one I just need a little bit more embrasure, so I'm using the same pink. The first time bake, I gave it a little effect. Right? Okay, and this one is the same thing. Let me explain to you regarding the body. So now, as you can see, the bleaching color, kind of pre-white.
OM1, OM2.
Correct. So if we want to go to B1, then I can apply. So final goal is very important. So I have to ask the doctors. Let's say they want OM2, then pretty much good to go. So I could use a little bit more OM2 and OM3 is a dentine color, and then beside those areas, I can create it about the stain. I can do that here using the little blue. Right? So look at this. So either I can build up, but here is not much room, then I can put the little subtle characteristic. Can you see?
Translucency.
Correct. Makes sense to you?
Very subtle, but we see it, yeah.
Right. So whenever you see black, then you can see better, right?
Let's see.
Yeah. So you can put the glazing liquid, universal, at the top instead of the water. Then you see the more color. It's pretty good about translucency compared to using the zirconia, which is GC HT block. Look at this. Can you tell? So here's what I can do, because almost final contour is there. I don't want to put the porcelain here, maybe subtle. But whenever you see the facial thickness and not much room for facial, which is I cut it back only 6/10 millimeter. So facial will be about the I have to add about 6/10 millimeter outside. So I have to make the little bit more internal stain, I call. So I use the blue stain, build this, I give them effect. After put this, you can see the effect. You see?
Yes.
Now, besides that, I put the little mamelon effect. It's a light
Which one is it?
orange color.
Light orange color.
Yeah, light. Probably between beige and yellow. So I put in between. So you get all variation mamelon effect. Make sense to you? It's not going to be same. But natural is not the same exactly. I don't want to put too much. I put subtle.
Yes.
The key is if I add here too much, 2 millimeter, then this color it won't show. But I build up with a clear color about the 5, 6, 10 millimeter, then you can see. Same thing. I move on to different direction, different tools, same tools.
And then you'll stack porcelain over this, right?
After I baking.
After you bake.
After internal baking, yes. Yeah. I cannot build up its top of this tooth. Why? Because otherwise that's my alignment is gone.
Yeah.
Okay? So key is the blue. And lateral do not have much mamelon, just like central, which is God create that direction. Okay? Unfortunately you have to memorize it.
That's the way that goes.
But that's the God direction. Alright? I hardly see lateral has a lot of mamelon. No. But mamelon is more here. Central, but maybe subtle here. Then I utilize subtle, orange color between teeth. I add it. That's it. Now premolar. Same thing. You can use it. Almost there. I'm not too much worried about the premolar except between the dentin and incisor. Now this is too much, so I can cut it. So it really depends how much I approach the translucency, then I can utilize it better. With the internal staining, I just apply the first, and then after you bake with this pink, then you can see the better. Other side, same thing.
The contrast is better once it's baked, right?
Correct. Yeah. Yes. Alright, so let's finalize this. Same as before. I utilize a little bit more dark. Pink.
Darker porcelain.
Because I'm trying to achieving that color, specific color, alright? Depends on the color.
What the dentist chooses.
Right, with the picture, they send the picture or patient choose it. Depends on their nationality. Depends on their food pattern, habit, whatever.
What they eat?
Yep. Or they have an illness, sickness, is a fact too.
There's a lot of different factors for different gum shades.
Correct.
Come into account.
So which is beauty, another beauty part. It's not solid pink. Some indentation between teeth. But we need a guide tool. We need a picture.
A reference.
Reference.
Something to show us what we gotta do.
Right. So texture, how can you see without saliva? With the saliva, you cannot see much texture. Make sense to you? Yeah. So back areas I'm not too much worried about it now is go to the baking.
Okay, so we're putting it in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
High fix.
Yep. And I set up the specific. We have zirconia. I want to check the percent 10 minutes. I think it's a little bit more than, so I just move it.
We have a lot of programs. For
Yeah, here, 68. Yeah, sorry. That's good. I fire it. It takes quite a big while, right? Run. Good.
Okay, we're good. Let's see it. Come
Here's another option for luster paste technique, which is pre-mix the ceramic with the glazing. So if you really go to mono, and then I have to use the pink color from the white and light pink, and then I can apply together over here. The glazing liquid. Better for here. Out some. Right. Yeah. Then you can use diluted liquid or glazing liquid. Fine. Right, so mix it. This is what I want that much. Good. Then I mix with another light. So pretty good already, pre-mix it. And the other one is a little light pink. Yeah. Alright. This is what I want, that much. Okay. Now try one more time the my board using the brush. Then I can make the more pink color.
Oh yeah, that's really smart, huh?
So I can make the bone color as much as possible. Good for you?
Da Vinci style.
Uh-huh. You keep comparing Da Vinci's way well-known, famous, great architecture guy, right? He could do everything. Now see, you already get the color. So if you want a light, then you can put the light, or you could use the light color. So you can create it another tissue color. Exactly. So this is another option with initial IQ with the luster paste. When we have the mono cases, with the zirconia cases.
How much do you fire it at?
770 Celsius, depends on their porcelain oven. So they have to try. And then I usually put the two times.